Uh-huh. 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 Piss off. Your mom is busy. Sure. All right. I need to look at my screen for a hot second while everybody comes in, which means I gotta get real close. Now, can I? Hang on, guys. I'm trying to look at my screen, which means I'm like super close to my screen. Look, my hair moves. All right. In theory, I gotta wait till I pop up on the screen here before I look at you guys. And it's on a delay. Oh, this is so not helpful. Am I on screen? Oh, good. Okay, I'm on screen. There's a blurry white person. I'm really bright. Like, is that too bright? I might be too bright, guys. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Nikki. We are mucking with tech. This is going. Yes. Hang on. I'm gonna have a mutiny on my hands if I don't feed my cat. Here, here. Move your head. 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 There you go. Have some snackies. All right. That is the wrong window for me to have open. Now, is that better? Do I still have chat? You guys know we have to abide by privacy and look at guidelines. Now, can I maybe, hang on, let's push buttons and play with things. Oh, cool, they won't read those. Oh, that's helpful. Don't know if that'll, okay, we need to change the lighting. This is not going to work. Guys, looks fine. It's just me that's going blind. Okay, so long as you guys can see what's going on, I am a blur on this screen. I am a blur on this screen. I don't even know if I'm framed well. The whole other can of worms. But we have sound. I have NVDA running at the same time. That's right. You heard me, guys. I can actually hear your comments this week. Look at that. Doesn't mean I'll be any better at this process, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. That only took me 8 hours over the last 2 days to get running. Yeah. Uh, I'm in my professional work do hairdo mode. Super smexy. It's a Sunday. Oh, we need to do a podcast, and I have already been on the computer for 4 hours today. Uh-huh. Alrighty. Let's see if we can't get a show on the road, shall we? Terrible, 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 terrible. Hopefully some people are able to find us today. So I suppose it doesn't really much matter. I could lower that window. Or maybe not. Am I all on YouTube's now? Who knows? I can't see myself anyway, so what's the point? Oh, I was going to do. Major, you've had snacks. I need you to lie down and stop being a nuisance, please. We've been extra cat today. It's not been helpful. Ah, that is super bright on my end. Okay. Okay. And in theory, we're functioning fine. Going to double check a thing and then we're good to go. Oh my God, this is terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. Okay, let's attempt a podcast. Shall we, guys? It's Sunday. We are what? Officially the 15th of February, so there's 2 weeks left in February. If you've been working on your 2 week knitted sweater challenge, yesterday was the day to finish up on that if you started on the 1st. I have absolutely bombed out of the sweater challenge for the knitted sweater this year, so we've got high hopes for the knitted cardigan, but my Ursa is officially in the naughty corner. Now, did pull her apart. We did rip her back. I didn't. Thankfully, Erin came by. I couldn't bring myself to do it. She was just going to end up in the garbage if I had to do it. It's fine. Erin rescued me. Take the stitches. It's bulky yarn. It wasn't hard. Like I can do it. I can see the stitches. So she's sitting in the corner on her needles. Whether or not I pick her up or not is going to be a prospect or a question for a much later Jocelyn. So, hello. Was that Tracivero? What is that telling me? Sure. I'm gonna guess on that one, my dear. I'm sorry, I get screen names read to me, so it's a little weird. I do not always hear what you guys have decided to print for your titles. So we make do as best we can. So knowing that my Ursa is now in the corner, it's officially in the corner. It's gonna stay in the corner till I either rip it or pick it up when I'm less angry with it. We did check fit. I am right on gauge. The fit is excellent for the 52-inch bust with positive ease, which is what I was making. Again, noting that means my neckline is massive on my shoulders because my shoulders are quite narrow compared to the size of my bust. It's fine. I know what my toe is going to have to pick up along the neckline and bring it in a little bit, like do a little bit of one by one ribbing or a little bit of those faux brioche, faux cable stitch situation that she's got going on in the pattern. I was going to have to do something to help close the neckline up a little bit. And that's fine. I knew that was going to happen. Tracy, see what they're reading is Tracibera at me, and I can't see the print. So I have to remember that Tracibera is Tracy. My love, I will try to remember that's who you are. If I get it wrong, don't at me. I don't mean to be wrong. So it's fine. That's sitting in the corner. I was going to work on my crochet cardigan this week and just start my 2 week early, and I realized no. I needed a break. I was going to take the last week off. I technically only have 13 days to work on the coffee shop cardigan, just a crochet cardigan, because I did do 1 day's worth of work on it. So like I had picked it up for the day. So that's fine. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow and 2 week full tilt on that bad boy, I'm hoping. Or today. Either one I end on the 27th, the 28th. So I will make that decision after stream. But it was fine. I have other things that I've been working on that I need to talk about and that I need to put work on. So I took this week off to get myself a little bit of win and to sort of like recalibrate and come back to what I was doing. You're right, Jude. Fit is very important, and she is boxy across the boobs, but it means she's very 80s slouchy everywhere else. So at least I know that's the right size. And I was knitting the size 3, so we're still technically not like boxy over the chest, but I couldn't get any wider in my shoulders. It would have fallen right off. One shoulder would never stay on. So I know that my gauge swatch was correct. Also, hi, Jude. Hey, Jen. It's a thing. So that's fine. I like the fabric. I like the weight of it. I think it'd be a really pretty bulky sweater. I need to remember that we can challenge me on the weight of the yarn, so we can go with a thinner yarn. We can go color work. We could go pieces, but we can't go cables or lace. I think I gotta stay away from cables or lace for challenges because I need to be able to slow down and be very mindful of how I knit because my knitting in the round is backwards and inside out, and that is my comfort for the knitting. I have to manipulate the pattern to make it work. So this time around, I was doing my faux stitches the wrong way again, but I was doing them a different wrong way. The first wrong way is I was just doing them as pattern, which that's not accurate. It puts the detail on the inside of the sweater, not the outside of the sweater. This time around, I had the detail on the outside of the sweater, but I had my yarn overs incorrect, so nothing was working right. Yay. It's fine. I put it in the crochet bag with the dude who's mostly nude, and it's gonna sit in a corner till I am done being angry with it. I'll pick it up when I pick it up. It's a freaking cropped sweater. I can work on it at any point in the year. It will never sit in my lap. Hi, Erin. Here I am. Sorry, guys. Long story short, we tried two different platforms. We've got it working on Zoom. We have a working microphone. I have a working NVDA in my ears. We no longer need to pester poor Asa to help me read comments. Oh my gosh. We have better sound. We'll work on this whole situation. Erin, if you are able to take notes for the next time you're over, because I can't see myself at all on screen, but I'm Sandy says the lighting's good. Sandy says we're good to go. We're fine. So I am trusting in the Sandy and we're moving on with our day. But I made it. Was it easy? No. Did my screens read all the things? Also no. But NVDA screens read at least half of the screens I needed to do the setup. And I found some missing buttons, which means the buttons didn't convert to dark mode. So we are here. In theory, I have got a new platform to work from. And all told, it only took me 8 hours of work. I was gonna make a cup of tea, guys. If you're not a part of the Patreon member group, as I approach my microphone because I can't actually see it. I posted in there to let them know that I was running a bit late, like I think it was like 5 afternoon or something, and I needed to make some tea. I started boiling the water for tea, and then I realized I don't want tea. What I want is a smoothie. But by the time I realized what I wanted was a smoothie, I didn't have time to make a smoothie and stop making tea, so I just poured a cup of water and then came back and argued with the computer for like another 20 freaking minutes to get it to work. I started prepping for podcasting at 9 a.m. this morning. Life. Okay, let's talk about wins. Now that we've talked about 2 week sweaters that just did not happen, let's talk about wins. I do have a big win. Hang on here on the floor. My big socially acceptable blanket in white is finished. It's so done. It's the other reason why I'm not wearing a cardigan. I'm going to put it on. I completed the herringbone cardigan. Guys, this is so much cardigan. Okay, let's see if I can do this. It's also the reason my hair is up because I'll get too warm otherwise. We've got one sleeve. Where's my other sleeve? Oh, jeez. Sleeve. I'm trying to be smooth and adult. Like, I know how to dress. I swear to God, I figured it out years ago. Okay, here we go. Look. Look at all that. Look, there's got shawl collar. I don't know what's going on here. We have so much going. I made the largest size, which is too big for my shoulders. So I suffer the sexy anime girl effect, which means my clothes keep falling off my shoulders. But so I stand here wrapping myself up in this stuff. Um, I have one very large white comfy cardigan going on. Do I already push the sleeves up? Oh, oh, do you have to find a new email platform? Oh no. Oh, that's gonna be terrible. So I just about knocked my water off my coffee table, off my I've got oodles and oodles of fabric like you're supposed to have in the oversized thing. I've got 24 rows of shawl collar done. I None of these rows got shorter. There we go. Look at that. I am now ensconced. I am ensconced in my white cocoon herringbone cardigan. This is a pattern from Hey Crochet with Carrie. I loved this herringbone stitch so much. This was just a boatload of fun to crochet. It is very easy to do. It's like it's a half double crochet with one extra step, so it's really not hard. It's really not hard once you get into the groove of it. I liked it. We put it on Erin. It was very cute. I would need to make smaller sizes. I have been talking to my mom, and I've already told my mom that I would bring it with me so she could try it on. I didn't want any comments on how it wasn't her size. It wasn't made for her. It was made for me. But my niece had to promise me in a verbal contract that I get to own her soul for forever. No, that she couldn't have this. This was not for her. But I'm going up in June for bigger, so I will bring it with me and I will put it on those two ladies. And if they like it, then presto, I will have to make two more in smaller, well, possibly not a smaller size for my niece. She may actually want this size, but definitely a smaller size for my mom, which would be like two Christmas presents ready to go. And now that I have an accurate, to me, size amount of yarn that's required, I will have a much better understanding of how much yarn I need. Because estimated, well, it's good math. It is. Jude, it's it's not that you and I are less of health hazards because I this sweater will never leave my house on my person. I will absolutely get caught in something, or my cane will get caught in my sweater, and then my cane will go like a off into nowhere. So yes, but only insofar as that it won't leave the house. So there's some accessibility stuff I can step around, and my cat hates when doors are closed. Like hates when doors are closed, so I never close doors in this apartment unless I have company over. Speaking of monsters, are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me? You have food, you've had a snack. I need you to chill. I need you to chill, bug. Bug, bug, bug. I need you to chill, bug, bug. Bug, bug. Okay, wait. Wait. Step for buttons and weaving and ends? Oh, your Sock Madness started? Because I know sign up finished yesterday. Yeah, 14th, right? That was a fast turnaround for the ladies to get everything out. Oh, wow. Okay, so good luck with Sock Madness. Yes, the button bands and the weaving in that the buttons and that can happen whenever you have a spare moment because I know Sock Madness is intense. And Jen's doing it too this year, right, Jen? You're doing it as well? Because you guys are amazing sock knitters. I can knit a sock. That's about as far as it goes. Okay, let's see how long this cardigan lasts before I get too warm and I go, haha, I don't think so. I'm very happy for cold water, but it's not what I want. So my brain's like, this is not what you're craving. So, yeah, fair. Fair. What are you gonna do? Right? NVDA, what are you doing? But the big news is technically adding buttons and weaving it ends. I think me and Louise have always gone, so long as the sweater is off the needles or off the hook, it's finished. Whether or not it's like finished. Like if it's got weaving and ends or buttons or like a seaming situation that needs to happen, it's still a finish for the context of a 2-week sweater challenge. I will ship you to your aunts. I will ship you to your aunts. It's nowhere near wet food time. I might end up taking this off just to bury the cat in it so I don't have to deal with it for a hot second. All right. I did do a little bit of work last Sunday on the crochet cardigan, the coffee shop cardigan. We'll talk about that because it's like right here in my face, looking at me, staring me down, as it were. Where are you stuck now? And, okay, there we go. I was stuck under my water cup. Hello. I don't have much to show because I just had, I read the pattern. Dude, I don't think I'm less of a health hazard in these oversized cardigans. So I just think I accept the fact that I'm a mess. I read the pattern for the coffee shop cardigan. I figured out how she did it seamless. It's totally fine. I don't enjoy foundation crochet chains and I am comfortable seaming. So I did a little zhuzh in my brain, and I am doing the ribbing first. Ribbing takes me the longest, whether it's knitting or crochet, doesn't matter, it takes me the longest. So by the time I had done my ribbing, had done my gauge swatches, I only got this far in making my bottom rimmed hem. We got to go for a ways because this has to go around a front and a back of me. So it's not enough. It's not enough. But that's okay. I have my crochet hook. This is an experimental fun thing we'll talk about later on another podcast. So got that going, and I'm going to pick it up and start getting serious about it now that I took that week off. I am really glad I took the week off. I think for me that was the right. I was so mad at the Ursa, guys. I was so mad at the Ursa. I was. We could confuse me for livid. What's that thing? All right, let's wrap this up. It's just, and if anybody's curious, we're hoping to use the duct tape on the end of the crochet hooks to make the crochet hooks sizes more accessible for me. Right now, our first test is to see if I can get the duct tape to come off the back end of the crochet hook, and so far the answer is no. I mean, it's going to be skinnier than this big old flap, but it's fine. So far, I have yet to be able to remove the crochet or the duct tape from the crochet hook, which is what I'm looking for. So, we officially have It's okay, at least it just means that, like me, you're gonna wing it. Welcome to how I craft most of the time. I really can't see what I'm doing half the time anyway. I say trust in the process and go. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but if we're honest, we wear black. I'm not sure, Jude, if we're gonna say the mods are gonna love me, but or sorry, Elise, yeah, with her sock, black. I mean, we don't have to read the stitches, so we could take that. Well, I mean, if they find a mistake in 2x2 ribbing in black in a cuff on a sock, those are some dedicated mods. I wouldn't look. I think it'll look sharp, and we wear black. Like we gotta be honest, guys. Like we wear black. We all have black in our wardrobes. I might have. Oh no, I forgot to bring the other yarn I was going to show off this week because I bought yarn. I can abandon the screen at some point, right? The joy is hopefully you do well on it. This on the Suck Madness there at least. Okay, now I'm gonna show the other thing that's on the desk because it is just it's massively and it's consuming my face. I bought yarn this week for the Twisted Toadstool pattern. I'm gonna have to go get the other two yarns to show off. I couldn't find a good what is it, Red Heart Super Saver in an ombre, so I ended up going with a Karen cake. And I thought to myself yesterday, I'm working on the computer. We'll do a quick gauge swatch because you need to do a gauge swatch, right? It's a hat. I want it to fit. You need to do a gauge swatch. So I grabbed a carrot cake, opened it up. I'm gonna be careful because I'm gonna attack my cat with crochet hooks for a moment. It's fine. I did a gauge swatch. We have a Karen cake. Karen cake. Why? Because it was the only purple variegated I could find, and I really wanted a purple mushroom. So it is two strands of worsted held double on a hook to get to gauge. I have already abandoned the pattern and gauge, and we're going to talk about why I've already abandoned the pattern and gauge. You know, what you gonna do, right? Yes, I was like, am I holding up the right end? I am. So it's fine. I got gauge on one size smaller hook than the pattern called for. The pattern said 5.5 with worsted held double. I got gauge on a 5 with worsted held double, but it is too freaking hard to work. I made it through my gauge swatch and I had to put it down. And my gauge swatch was 4 inches by 4 inches, so it wasn't a big gauge swatch. There would be no way for me to craft a hat in 2 weeks to do it. So I am risking it for the biscuit. I went back to the 5.5 millimeter hook, which is workable. It's still stiff, but it's not as stiff. So I might have to do a little bit of kajiggering to make the structure sound. And I'm comfortable with that decision and choice. Mostly because I really like the five was so hard. It was so hard. And I was like, okay, it's not going to work for me. The problem came down to what should have taken me about 30, maybe an hour and a half. So like 2 episodes of Murdoch Mysteries to do a swatch, in case you had to do a second swatch, ended up taking me 4.5 hours. How do I know? Because I got through 4.5 Murdoch Mystery episodes, and I don't pay for CBC Gems, so I have the ads. So they are our programs. Why? This carrot cake and the other carrot cake, which I don't dare hold up, it is so messy on the inside. It has been years since I have run across a commercial ball of yarn that yarn barfy and so long. Was carnage in the streets. I spent so long sorting and winding the middle up into a ball just so that I could use these cakes. And when I'm talking carnage in the streets, I mean carnage in the streets. Was intense, and I spent a lot of time sitting in this chair fiddling with yarn, not daring to move because at this point I've got straightened yarn and kinked yarn like all across my lap. So we didn't move anywhere. And I was like, okay, we gotta check at the second ball too. The second ball is even worse than this ball. I'm not even moving it because I do not trust the structural coherency of that ball of yarn. I am going to grab my secondary serving tray that I have, because of course I have 2 serving trays. I'm going to put these 2 balls onto the serving tray, and then that is exactly where they're going to live until I've used up the yarn and made the hat. So it is going to be it's not a travel project. It never was a travel project. It is seriously not a travel project because it's a problem. It's a problem. Choosing black and white because that's what the designer chose is a good idea. So can I do it? I want to do it to see if I can show you guys. Maybe. Maybe. Oh no, what am I stuck on now? I'm stuck on all sorts of stuff. This is what happens when you have too much stuff on your desk. Have I started? Yes. Is there anything to show you guys? No. It's a magic ring and round one. There's nothing to show you. But can you see inside there? There are little butterfly sections. It's like half of this cake I had to wind by hand just to start. Just to start. So we're going to very carefully put those on a serving. Ooh, do you know what I have in here that I don't need to have in here? Oh, apparently I have a cup of crochet hooks. Okay, that's not helping me any. I'm gonna put those on the serving tray. I'm gonna leave them. I did get a teal to go with it. You know what? I'm gonna go grab it. I'm gonna this. We already have to lose this cardigan. I can't. I can't. It's too much. I'm gonna. I have to leave and move. I can't do that and not injure myself. Okay. I'm gonna go grab my teal and we're gonna show off the cotton that I got. I'll be right back. Be unmonitored for a second. Don't do anything crazy. Can I get back into the chair? I don't know. Let's find out. I returned. I left you unsupervised. All right. This this teal is going to go with those purples. So the teal is going to be in a little ruffle around the brim of the hat. I could have done it with I honestly could have done it with 2 balls. Then I got a little bit paranoid about estimated yardages, so I grabbed a third one just in case. My thinking being, if I have leftover teal, I will buy a nice chocolate brown to go with it, and I'll make something for my mom because my mom really likes brown and teal, and it looks really good on her. So I am not overly concerned about having leftovers in this colorway, but I absolutely did not want to not have enough. I want to have enough. I technically have an extra 28.5 yards per ball for the purple of the hat, so here's hoping my yardage works out, even with the extra benefits, because I don't know. We all know it's math, right? Like it could go wrong somehow and be a problem. No crazy today, Jude? I don't know. Did it? I have it set up to automatically do its own thing. So it's supposed to autofocus on me, and if I'm not there, it's supposed to focus on the yarn. So I'm glad to know that that actually did what it was supposed to. Love it. Love it. Um, what I did do, which is bought, got more than what I required. If anybody registers, there's black yarn in my hand. There's a big ball of black yarn in my hand. This is the loops and thread cotton from Michaels. Nothing fancy. It's cotton. It's worsted. It's black. But if y'all remember, I was just saying we all have black in our wardrobe. I want a basic crochet black cardigan. Now, a worsted cotton, this is not summer. This is not summer. This is not a summer thing. This is for winters. This is for falls. This is for springs. But I want a cardigan that I can take out in the cooler weather, which means I wanted a cardigan that I could wash quite aggressively. As we know, as I'm currently doing the find a new makeup foundation thing, I struggle with scents and chemicals pretty hard. So, being able to strip anything out of something is a good idea for me. So I got enough by the yard to do a classic crochet or knitted cardigan. I have not decided which. In black, in worsted, which is for me like the heaviest weight I should be working in, and I shouldn't be doing it that often. And here I am picking up another worsted weight project. Do I have regrets? No, no, no. I can't see when I'm working in anything other than very specific shades of lighter colors anyway. So if I bought this in a dark purple or in a rich green or in a wonderful chocolate or like a dark brown, or gray, I also wouldn't be able to see it. So that it's black is kind of irrelevant for me at this point. I'm still going to be knitting it blind essentially. But I need to find a pattern. This happens. This happens to you when you go shopping with an uncle who's not an uncle and you can't see inside the cart and you stop to price check stuff so that you know how much money you have to save up to get this. And you get to the till and you realize it's too late. He's already put the amount of balls you need in there because your brain out loud said the price of the ball and then said, and I would need this many balls. And then you looked at him and went, why am I looking at you? I got to do the math with my calculator and pulled out your phone and stopped looking at him, which gave him the opportunity to stick frickin' 4 big balls of cotton worsted weight yarn into the cart while you weren't looking. It's fine. It's fine. It's family. It's dangerous. It's dangerous, people. However, I need to find a nice pattern, a nice classic worsted weight cardigan shape pattern. I don't want a pullover. I wouldn't wear a pullover. Pullovers are not, it's not the way to go. I'll do a fun color work pullover because I'm out doing stuff with it, but for like an everyday wear around the house, wear outside to run errands situation, she's got to be a cardigan. Maybe I should take a look at that sister cardigan I have. There's one pattern I saved in my favorites. It's like the big sis cardigan or something. Like it's a big sister cardigan, but it's got these big, deep pockets. I think it's knitted. I think it's got even if it's thinner fabric, they're at least and I am sitting here in February and it's +2, -2 outside. I have no socks on already inside the house. And my hair is up in a bun, otherwise it's too hot for me. When I say I run warm, I mean I ran warm and now that I'm doing the long slide to menopause. I'm even warmer. I am uncomfortably hot 90% of the day at this point. I I put on my winter coat and a thin sweater to go on underneath my winter coat for the -47-degree cold that we had in Celsius middle of January for like a week or two. My ears got cold, my face got cold, my hands got cold, but my core, she was quite comfy the whole time. And I was just wearing a tank top, fingering weight sweater, and a winter coat That's it. That's all the layers I had on. So even though, yes, knitting is a thinner fabric, worsted weight is not something I can wear once we've passed April, and I cannot pick it up again to wear till sometime in October, depending on how long we have summer. So it is, it's a thing. Ooh, the quicksand cardigan? What's that look like? That sounds good. I should look up the quicksand cardigan, Nikki, and see what it looks like. I should. Quicksand. Nikki, is that crochet or is that knitted? I have questions. Technically, I can do either. I have enough yarn for both, but we want to keep it on us. So either way, why I'm coughing, I don't know. We have the purple hat yarn. I've started the twisted toadstool mushroom. I'm on round one. There's nothing to show you guys. It's round one. And I am hoping that I can go another huge chunk of years without having to deal with that much yarn carnage in a situation because that was intense. Really? Did it turn out good, Nikki? Because now I want to know. But it's the same way, it's like I have a big bulky worsted weight white cardigan that I will enjoy wearing, but I get warm while I'm wearing it. All right, what else do I have on my floor? Oh, the other stuff I worked on this week. Okay, we'll talk about the Choose Your Own Adventure sweater last. Also pointed out a huge human guffaw, and now I feel like a buffoon. All right, I did a bit more progress on my wood woes. This is my I'm out and about sweater. I pick it up and I work on it while I'm in the car or when I'm out for dinner. I went out for sushi this week with my uncle. So we have that going on. How much progress did I make? Where are my stitch markers? Guys, I did another 2 inches. Oh, hot dang. I did another 2 inches. Look at that. That's really good, guys. Oh, I'm very happy with that. We are down to, ooh, you know what, I probably, if I'm careful about it. Hang on, wait. We gotta deal with the bag here. Tracy, love the bag. I just, such a freaking good bag. Okay. I hang that there. Then I've got a little bit of space. We can do the super scientific measuring method known as stick my arm in the sweater. Ooh, hold on to my sweater. I don't want to. I would hate to have stitches come off. That would be bad. Find my armpit. I need an armpit. 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 Hold it together. Stretch my arm out. I don't know if you guys can see that. It has to end here. It has to end up in my armpit from where I've got it pinched. So one end for me. For the wood woes, this is how long the body needs to be because of the amount of negative ease I'm functioning with. I pinch where the armpit starts between my finger, my thumb, and my index finger. And then I just stretch my arm out and I lay the pattern, like lay the sweater on. The red one goes to my armpit. So I need 2 inches shy of my armpit in body knitting, and then I can do 2 inches of twisted rib. Just fine. I don't mind twisted rib. I like me and Dragon for Designs, we both love a 1x1 twisted rib, so it works great for me. So I have, that's not too bad. I've got about like a hand's width left to go. So that's what, 4 inches? Give or take. I got like 4 inches. Oh, guys, we're almost at a finished sweater. Hot dang. So I got like 4 more inches of body knitting. Oh, I can do that. Oh, once we get well on our way, it's a process. Okay, let's move up our stitch marker, or progress keeper, I should say, so we can keep progress from week to week. All right, we're up where we need to be. What am I keeping in my Nikki? Okay. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for dropping in pattern links. I love it. Beautiful. Thank you, Nikki. That way everybody can take a look at it. We love a link around here. To be fair, Jude, if I was to put this on most people, it would be a dress. It is a combination of a very long torso and an extreme amount of negative ease. I have made the 48-inch bust size, which fits my shoulders beautifully because that is the measurement of just above the chest, so your upper bust. So it is like it's my shoulder measurements are for a 48-inch bust. Sadly, I have a 52, 53-inch bust, so it's a lot of negative ease. So when I put the sweater on, I lose a ton of length because it's got to go over the girls, obviously. And then add in the long torso and you're just knitting body for forever is how it works out. However, we made the red cardinal one, which I do wear even on screen every once in a while. It's the day I'm wearing it. And I wear mine all the time. So the fit is wonderful for me so long as I remember to make the body an exceedingly long body. I'm going to shove this back into the bag, Tracy. Made for me so I don't lose it or misplace it. But yeah, on like a normal human, that would be a big old dress. Which should just make you guys feel daunted when I say I want to knit a dress for myself this year. Uh, they might not. I don't know what settings I've got set up for the YouTube. So it could be weird. And I think I don't think Asa's here today, and Asa's our mod. I think Asa I know she had a day out yesterday. She was off to the symphony yesterday, and I think dinner with a friend. And I know there's one Sunday a month. She's got another group that she joins and chats with, so she misses the occasional pot, which is totally fine. Like, just have a life. So let me blow my nose, see if that helps. I mean, it probably won't, but here we are. Okay, so we did 2 inches on the woodwows. We started a hat. We unwound a bunch of yarn carnage. We abandoned an Ursa. We finished a herringbone. And I'm not done. There's still more stuff to talk about. I picked up the striped sweater. The Christmas sweater. This is another design from Dragon Horde Designs. It is technically the Saturday morning sweater by Tristan. And instead of doing color blocked, which I would have done if the yardage worked out correctly and it was in a color that I could have done it in. I'm still inside out. There's technically it's a color block sweater, so you do one color top and then you switch to a solid color on the bottom, which I would have done. Hardworking mods do need days off. Uh, However, this gingerbread colorway, like this pink, where can I show this pink? Pink, where are you? Come here. Come on the outside. So this really, 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 really pretty pink looks terrible next to my skin. I have a red undertone. Bad idea. Bad idea. So I had to pair it with a beautiful purple, which purple looks great next to my skin. Dark purple. Yeah. We're seeing some where my color palettes are coming into play. So I couldn't just do the gingerbread on top and switch to the purple on bottom because it just wasn't the right shade of pink situation for my skin tone. So instead, I've striped it. I did 3 inches of purple, 1 inch of pink in the gingerbread colorway from Arcane Fiberworks. The purple is the Barocco Vintage DK. We've got ends everywhere since obviously I'm not done the sweater, but we're just about done the cuff on the first sleeve. I just about have the first sleeve done. How do I know that this sleeve is going to fit me? I put the sweater on. It isn't, it's meant to be a slightly oversized, comfy sweater. It's meant to be kind of shapeless when it goes on the human and very relaxed. So that I knew the sleeve wasn't going to have to be as long as I thought it was going to be because it's going to be starting much farther down my arm than I think it's going to be. So I have one sleeve almost fully completely finished. Again, I made the 52-inch bust on this one. So once we have the positive ease included in here, this is loose everywhere. The pattern's like the sleeve's going to be tight. It's the sleeve is not tight on me because I made the sleeve for the 52-inch bust sweater when I am a 48-inch everywhere but my bust. So we are le boxy-ish, very drapey, very 80s vibe, very casual, very exciting. I'm very stoked about it. However, how much ribbing do I got left? Oh, yeah, I'm within half an inch, and then I'm binding off on this first cuff. Thankfully for me, for whatever reason, the second sleeve doesn't take as long as the first sleeve. So I'm going to keep working on this in the evenings when I'm not working on my crochet cardigan, and maybe I can have another finished sweater next Sunday for you guys, which wouldn't be too bad if we think about it. That would put me, what, herringbone cardigan done. If I get this done, that's two sweaters. I get the coffee shop cardigan done, that's three sweaters in February. Maybe I can sneak in the wood woes. That'd be four finished sweaters in February. That's a lot of sweater, you guys. Maybe. I'm gonna we'll say the wood woes is a stretch goal, but I think I'm comfortable saying I'd like to have the second sleeve done next Sunday and have done all the work I needed to do for my coffee shop cardigan during the week. For everybody noting, to do that on a crochet, I have to be up. The body of my crochet cardigan has to be done, and I have to be working on my yoke at the crochet to get two sleeves done in a week. Yes, because you work up from bottom up for the sweater, and then the sleeves are worked top down. So yes, that's how I have to work that. So mostly because I'm making the coffee shop cardigan at the 48-inch bust, so it's not going to be quite as much knitting as it is for 52. So there you go. We almost have a sleeve. We almost have a sleeve. The sleeves are a denser knit because as you go down a needle size, so they are like a stiffer situation. You can tell I've been keeping track of my stitches. And I've been mostly weaving in my ends as I go. They're not like fully woven in, they're like partially woven in, but this is a lot less gruff to deal with. I'm going to wash it and block it, and quite frankly, if I don't have to weave in any ends past this point, I'm not going to. Progress. And I feel much better for taking the week off and just puttering with things. Ah, that's fair. Because I've got the Patreon with how do I phrase? Because Patreon got set up and Discord was always meant to be the perk on Patreon, the Discord channel is closed. So, oh yes, I know. I know, Jude. Asa pointed out a big mistake, and I have to go in and I've got an email I gotta send out to everybody and an update for the lace threads and a reply to the testers. That's what I wanted to do this morning, but I ended up mucking around, mucking about with the podcast stuff. Technically, once I get more comfortable with the platform we're on, I should be able to share pages and take us to Ravelry and show things that are talked about. And I want to open up in a couple of different places so that we can have a place to post links where if you're not a Patreon member, you can still join in and do stuff. I haven't had the time to do the setup process for it. So there are some things that are in wait mode just due to the fact that I run out of time in a day to do stuff. All right, the last thing is a choose your own adventure sweater. Jude, you are correct. Also pointed out a huge copy paste error issue for the lace options that I did not spot. So now that I feel like a colossal moron, I've got the edits and the updated files to go to everybody, but I wanted to also include an update for the sweater pattern base as well for it with all of the corrections and suggestions that people have been talking about so far. So I want to get an email out to everybody, hopefully sometime before I go to bed tonight. Fingers crossed that I don't have any more tech gremlin problems so we can get it dealt with. I did get some work done on mine. Hang on, wait. I got it in the black skull here behind me. Finally got through the ribbing. My brain was like, hey, you like stocking it in the round. So even though this was supposed to be garter in the round for this go through for the choose your own adventure, it's stocking it. I'm not ripping back again. I'm not ripping back again. It's gonna be awkward to show you guys because I'm magic looping, so we've got cords and lines and stuff everywhere, but we've got first dress section on the go. This one I am making for me to wear. So why am I showing that screen? You guys are over here. So I've got that going on. It is fingering weight is all of the samples that I've done are in fingering weight. This fingering weight one is for me to wear or is a finished garment. I'm doing the texture options this time out for this one. And then I'm going to do one more with the lace options. Apparently I'm not doing any of them with garter because my brain cannot garter in the round unless I'm really thinking about it hard. It's fine. It's fine. I have left out the short rows on this version because I do not like short rows on sweaters. I included them and I tested for them because I know they're a staple for a lot of people and a lot of people need them for the sweaters to fit correctly. For me, it is complicated and it doesn't help any. So it causes more issues than it's worth. So I've got what? I'm almost through my first rest. Will I be able to pick this up tonight? I don't know. I got to get the responses out and correct the lice mistake for everybody and then all the apologies because I was a moron and I didn't catch the mistake. So I might pick this up tonight. I might have to pick it up tomorrow. I know for sure that this one, which is being made with two skeins of dark vampire Halloweeny colorway line from Ginger Snuff That and two bone chilling from Erin, Fiery Fabrico, that this one's going to be a long sleeved and it's going to be a cropped one to go over summer tank top situations. So there's that plan. My lace, I think I might make full length. So the goal is to have some capacity, if I find my school, some capacity to catch up with the test centers who are miles ahead of me as usual to get it done and fixed. But it is. I knew we were going to run into mistakes. Humans don't ever make things correct. No matter how many times you check it, there's always something wrong. And I have the added complication of only being able to hear mostly what I'm doing, so I don't so much see the patterns as hear the patterns. But oh, you feel like such a buffoon. I feel terrible. I feel terrible about the mistake. There's nothing I can do about it. Nothing. N Nothing I can do about it. I don't like that I made the mistake, and that's great. I just, whatever. I'll fix it. I'll get the email sent out to everybody so they get the updated informations, and I will do the apologies on the Discord threads. Now that I have moved us over and gotten set up with the new platform, I can now go back to doing that. Guys, designing is hard work, and there are parts about it I do not enjoy. Making mistakes and having people catch them is one of those things I do not enjoy. I don't like it. Ugh. I'm hoping with some of the small visual changes in spacing and formatting, it's also going to be easier to read, and we'll go from there. So, but that's it. That's all I got through this week. That is all the work I managed to do, which is not an insignificant amount of work, but it's still not as much as I wanted. Upcoming week, I know I've got some fun stuff going on. Some yearly appointments I got to get through. So the wood woes will probably get worked on while I'm doing that. I'm not going to take the striped Christmas sweater out because sleeves are awkward to do in public. So I will put that probably beside the chair I sit in while I'm waiting for stuff to cook in the kitchen because it's got a clear line of sight to the kitchen so I can hear what's going on. And then I will have the coffee shop cardigan be my follow me everywhere project this week. And we'll put the Twisted Toadstool down to probably the E-knit on Saturday, this coming Saturday with the Patreon members. I will probably work on it then because I have to be on a computer screen to look at the pattern to do that one. So I think that's what I'll do during the E-knit this week. So in theory, next Sunday, I have a finished striped sweater We're making good progress on the coffee shop cardigan, and I have some hat to show you guys with luck. Fingers crossed, this coming Friday is going to be the check-in with Louise. We're going to do mid-month. February is always a weird month, and our first check-in was until like the 7th. So like it feels really late. Which is true, it's really late, but it's right on schedule, which just blows the mind. So I'm gonna do that. So we'll have that this week. So you guys will get a coffee shop cardigan update on that on Friday. I think otherwise, the only other thing I need to do this week is I need to do a Halloween pattern post. I didn't pick up either of the projects last month, so clearly I am not in a cowl making mood and I'm not in a stocking making mood. So we're gonna have to go find some fun little Halloween decorations for the tree, I think. I think that's where we need to start. Or like a Halloween stuffy or something. I think that's where I need to go. Something small and toy-like. I might be more inclined to pick that up, in theory. Okay. Okay, so it is that's and I mean like I'm sure it looks fine. I'll go in and fix it, but Jude, like you finish yours as is, right? Oh, okay, okay. The big thing is like I know Nikki is gonna get this. Well, I know because Nikki also she does patterns, right? So I get and you understand that that's the point of the game, but you still feel like a noob. You're like, how could I have made such a moronic mistake? I have no idea what's bugging my throat today. But if you've got if it yeah, a third. Oh, Jude, I forget how fast you knit when you're able to. Oof, woman. Okay. Uh I'm hoping to get one done before the pattern gets released and be on my second one. That's my hope. Fully finished ones. I have so many yoke section pieces and things done to shoulder splits. It's not even funny, but they're not in my size. They're not even in my size, and they have short row shaping, which I hate. So I have a lot of stuff that's just, thank God I used scrap yarn for it, but I'm like, that's just a stack of stuff. Okay, cool. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I know it's a part of, I know mistakes are a part of testing. I just gotta let my perfectionist tendencies go and we'll move on with our days. Either way, I think I'm gonna go tomorrow. I will go because today is gonna be all used up screen wise between prepping for stream on Monday and getting the corrections out to the testers. I'm gonna go look for some cute little like amigurumi style stuff for Halloween. I think I might have a better chance of picking something up if I know it's like a household item. So I think I'm going to do that and leave my haunted cowl and my stocking for later. The stocking feels wrong to work on anyway. It's the like my brain's like fall. I think for the stocking. The cowl I was more of a summer knit because it's a bit of a smaller thing. So we'll do that. Dang, God, you're fast. You're gonna you're gonna do the fireside. That's a long sweater. Well, I mean, you did really good with your first sweater. So like you probably could, Nikki. I don't see why you couldn't. I mean, like now having said that, life's gonna life at Nikki really hard and it's gonna be a problem, and I apologize for cursing you in advance. It's totally what I did. So totally what I did. Terrible. Oh, Jude, that's amazing. Oh my God. It's hard on the smaller sizes because I don't know anybody who's that small, if that makes sense. Like I'm not good enough friends with people in the smallest edge of the size range to be like, hey, can I put this on you? In of the common ranges of sizes and then towards the larger end of the spectrum, like that's not as hard because I can Honest, I borrow some of my guy friends and they let me do it for some of the larger sizes to make sure that it fits their shoulders properly, right? Because that's the bust shoulder fit is always a question if they've got space in their arms. It's fine. They're used to me asking weird things and asking stuff of them that makes no sense that I should not be asking of them. I'm also known for going, hey, put this on and tell me how it fits. And they just kind of do as they're told, which helps a bunch. But I don't, all of my girlfriends that are in the smaller size scale range are wives of the guy friends. So I don't know how to broach that without being awkward. Like they sort of know me, but it's more like I'm friends with their husbands, so like we hang out and we chat, but it's more of an acquaintance level sort of thing because I'm friends with the husband. I'm not friends with the wife on the same level. It's different scales. I've got like two I might be able to. The problem would be one of them would just ask for the sweater. And I got a couple of teenage girls that I've gamed with their father for years, and they play at the same D&D table that I play at. So like I could also ask them. They are in the smaller size schedule because they're still teenage girls, so they just aren't a full adult size yet. They're not done growing. Does that make sense? And they might be done where they are. Like I don't know. The girls are pretty much they're 17 and 18, so they're probably done growing anyway. So they are also going to be on the small end of the spectrum. It's just the size there. It's the size of their mom, so it makes sense. I'm bigger than their dad, so like it makes sense to me that they are not as big as me. But I don't know because I wouldn't want them to try it on, like it, and then me not have enough yarn to finish it. Because they're scraps, guys. I just do scraps. And I have no intention of reclaiming that scrap yarn. Once this project is done and it's out, that stuff's just going to be put in the recycling bin or out in the garbage. I'm done with it. I'm done. It's made a project, it's swatched stuff, it's done lace testing, it's done textured options, and it's made partial sweaters. That's it. It owes me nothing at this point. I'm good. I'm good. It's fine. And it clears stuff out of the stash. So, which I mean technically I've already taken it off the stash list, so that's fine. So who knows? Either way, we got through this week. I'm hoping you guys are going to do okay with your 2 week crochet sweater challenge if you're doing it. If you're just doing the sweater challenge for February this month, I hope that's going well. I have to try not to get distracted. Retro Claude is doing a finish it February sort of thing for herself, and my brain's like, could I sneak in some finishes it? Some finishes? Could I sneak in where all I have to do is weave in ends? I have a basket of things that just need to have ends woven in. Maybe I try to sneak in some little short Instagram reels where I attempt to literally weave in ends and get my mending basket kind of cleared out before the end of the month. So like maybe I do something like that this week as well. We'll see. Right now, all my brain can think about is making a pineapple smoothie and having some toast. So I'm gonna let you guys go for the day if I can figure out how to turn off the live. Oh my god. Oh, I hope you guys have a lovely week. Where is my end button? That's the first question. I don't know where it is. Maybe. Oop, hang on, wait. I got strings in my way. Hang on, guys. Look at my head for a second. Edit. No. What are we doing? I don't. Okay. So if I open that one up, maybe. No. I want. Yes. That's fine. I want the other running window. Oh my gosh. This was the problem I had when we started is I can't look over. Hi. What happens if I make you big? Can I make you big? Sure, maybe. That's fine. Yes. No, I don't want to hide window. I want video. What are we doing here? Buttons. Buttons, I don't understand. Yes, that's the video. There we go. Now, if I'm in here, y'all know how Zoom works, right? Zoom is how we had to go, guys, to get this to work. So in theory, I stop streaming when I hit the done button. We'll find out. Guys, I'm going to do an outro. Wish me luck. I will catch you guys next Sunday. We'll catch you on the internets otherwise. I'm continuing to work on stuff. Bear with me. I know it takes a long, long arse time for me to get anything done. And I hate it, but here's where we're at. So until next Sunday, I'm Jocelyn. This is the Northern Knits podcast. At least we fixed the sound and video issues. I'll catch you guys next week. And no matter where your crafting takes you, what is it? No, that's not correct. No matter where your week takes you, don't forget to craft. Oh my god, I need some coffee or something. Coffee.